we started talking to members of the ARM ecosystem over 3-4 years ago about the fact that it might make sense for ARM to enter the server market. And I think at the beginning we thought this was ridiculous. You know, how can you take a processor from a phone and how can it have the performance that you need in a data center? But then we looked at it, and if you look at the performance trajectory of ARM processors, they're now multi-core, multi-gigahertz. You look at the problems of power consumption in the data center. You know, how much power does each server use? How much power is wasted on cooling? How do you build out very dense racks where you're able to turn off half the cores if they're not needed? And so you can power down a data center very granularly and very quickly. And you also look at some of the problems around the splicing of memory and CPUs. So there are certain types of compute where the ability to take memory and put it very close to the processor gives you just simply better results. You get huge I/O. And we looked at all these factors and said, actually, this is going to be viable. So it's taken a little bit of time for the hardware ecosystem to, for the trajectory of performance to be where we thought it made sense for us to get involved. But we're now at that point. So it's going to take another couple of years for this to go mainstream, but we're now working with ARM directly. We've also announced collaboration with Calxeda, who one of the disruptive startups in this area, and looking at how we can fully optimize Ubuntu Server for ARM processors, benchmarking it, and it's a very exciting area to see Ubuntu in, and we're excited to be working with these new startups and with ARM themselves in this space.